let's talk about the paradoxical nature of life. This is going to be a bit more of a deeper topic. Like, this is just something that I've just been really just thinking about and just deeping. So let's get into it. So there's just a lot of things in life, right, where it's like there's one version of something, but there's always the inverse version of it as well, which is basically the reverse version of what that law may be. So, for example, this is just something that's coming off the top of my head. To truly live your life, you kind of need to accept that you're already dead. And the reason I say that is because once you truly accept that you're already dead, you are freed from the shackles which hold you to life or living, I guess. Like when you're truly free from life because you're already dead, you live life. It's a bit difficult for me to explain at the moment, but I will explain it as it comes to me. So that's one of the paradoxes that I've been thinking about. I'm not even sure if paradox is the right word to use for all of this. I'm just going to use it. I'm going to run with it. You guys probably understand what I'm saying. If you don't, guess that just looks bad on me, but it is what it is. So another one that I've been thinking about since I was very, very young. This one is every blessing is a curse in disguise, and every curse is also a blessing in disguise. Each one has its own pros and cons to say. Like, let's say a blessing, right? If you're a very beautiful girl, okay? Yes, you have the blessing of being very attractive, but then the thing that's not spoken about is how a lot of women will be envious of you and they'll basically won't really want to be your friend. So, like, in that element, it's a curse. The blessing element of it is obviously because that is the most external form of valuation or value for a woman, which is quite shallow if that's the only form of value that anyone looks towards, but that is the most societally valued element of a woman. So, another one, for example, let me give you the complete opposite of that. Let's say you are not so attractive person. Everyone will be okay. The curse element of it is you may feel that life is a bit harder for you because you're not as attractive in the whole pretty privilege side of things. However, no one will be adverse towards you or be feeling threatened by you in any sense, as bad as that sounds. So making friends wouldn't be as difficult for you as it would if you was extremely attractive because people don't see you as a threat. So that's just a little back and forth between a blessing and a curse. You can apply that towards a lot more things. Like you drive a nice car, you crash a nice car, you feel a lot worse than if you drive a bad car and you crash a bad car. So yeah, just run with it. You kind of get what I'm saying. I had a couple more notes written down, but I have left it in my notes, so I'm gonna have to go off the top of my head. So let me have a quick think. With every law, every universally accepted law, just every law, there's always the inverse version of it, which makes it incredibly difficult to kind of live by, for example. So there's this saying, right? People that don't find pleasure in general life run to work because it gives them the excuse to not feel pleasure. However, people that have an absence of pain, they seek pleasure because it makes them feel. Honestly, humans are just feeling animals. Like, all we ever really chase is a form of emotion or connection, and connection gives emotion. So it all just comes down to emotion at the end of it all. And the craziest part about all of this is I just feel like when I sit here deeping these sort of topics in my mind, what I just come to realize is this is the reason why life can be so beautiful. It's because it's so complex. It is so complicated and it has so much complexities, to be quite frank with you. It's quite fucked to the point where it's just beautiful. Like, it gives so much depth and character to each and every individual and each and every element or law or whatever you want to call it can be applied to each person's life differently. It's just crazy. There's just so much to experience in life, and I honestly think that's the most beautiful part about being a human. The whole human experience is just an accumulation of just everything being so messy. But if everything was perfect, then everyone would be the same. There's nothing really interesting about that. So yeah, the human experience is just a paradoxical life. That's all I have to say on this one. This one is quite short. Just getting the thoughts out of my head. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'll be dropping some more fitness content soon. I appreciate you guys watching. If you don't want to subscribe, you're going to see my face regardless, so I suggest you subscribe anyway. However, that don't bother me. I'll catch you guys in my next video. And yeah, that's it.